Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Saray, and in this video we are going to be doing a budget check-in mid-month for the month of January 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate if you would consider subscribing, and don't forget to expand the description section down below, which I will list all of the items that I'm showing in this video, and many of them are from my Etsy shop, including my wallet that has gotten a nice brand new makeover, which I'm super excited about, and flip that to do a flip through with you in today's video. So let's get started. All right, so we'll first start with the wallet. So the wallet has gotten a makeover. I was using the Kate Spade Whale Sleeve Planner, which is this one, and I absolutely love because it has that beautiful Saffiano leather and is still in great condition. This one I actually bought it used because Kate Spade does not make this planner anymore. So I found this one used on was it Poshmark or eBay, one of those sites as well. I also have a black one, but I'm gonna put them away. I want to keep them forever. So you know, this is sort of like a vintage collectible item for me now. But I do prefer, instead of the zipper, I do prefer this sort of opening because it's just a lot easier for me. So that's why I decided to switch it, as well as something that I'm going to be offering in my Etsy shop. I'm not sure if by the time I post this video, they will be up already, but I'm working really hard to get it up on the shop. As you can see, I've personalized it with my initials. That would be an option there as well. And it has a magnetic closure. So it's pretty cool. It has a couple of pin loops, which I like. My Kate Spade only has one pin loop, so this one has a couple. And over here you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different pockets for IDs or cards, and then a pocket over here. I have my driver's license and I have my Target debit card, red card here. And then this one, I just have an insert. This one I used to keep in my Kate Spade, and it's just like a credit card holder or a business card holder. And I've been keeping the Erin Condren compliment cards, which these cards you get for free when you order a life planner. And I've had a few life planners throughout the year with EC, so I collected quite a few of these already. And then I have this one. It's another item that's going to be available in the shop, which is basically a laminated version of the cash breakdown. It is double-sided because one side has it for the cash envelopes and the other side is for sinking funds. So over here, I have the list from the previous pay period, which was 113. And my breakdown for the cash envelopes, which tells me how many denominations of each I need in order to, you know, when I go to the bank and to know how much I need. So I can set it aside in the designated cash envelopes. And then on this side, it would be essentially the same thing, but it would be for sinking funds. I also have this page lifter. This is from OK Plans. I got this a long time ago and I really like it. So page lifters come in really handy when you have some sort of ring planner because it allows the pages to lift as you close it, as opposed to having to adjust it. So something that I definitely recommend having if you have a ring planner, but if it doesn't bother you, you know, it could be an optional thing too. And then I have my cash envelopes. So cash envelopes have gotten a little bit of a makeover for this system. I'll still be offering the other ones with the flower design, which is this one right here, which is a little bit more minimalist. It's one-sided. It is clear or see-through. So I'll still be offering this one on the shop, but this one goes with this binder because it has like sort of the same theme with the diamond accents or sparkles, as I like to call them. So these are my current cash envelopes. So I have my dining out, I have my trackers. These trackers will also be available as a printable, so you can print as many as you like. I have miscellaneous for cash envelope tracker. The one thing I did change was this one. I used to have it as hair and nails, and I've decided to change it to personal care because it's a little bit more of a broader category, and I could use this fund not just for my hair appointments or nail appointments, but I could also use it for anything like toiletries or even makeup that I may need. So I'm still trying to figure out my my categories in the best way that they will work for me. But so far I think that might work, so we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. And then I have groceries here. And then this is something that's new as well, coming to the shop, or will be there depending on the video. So this one, I always keep like a few receipts on hand of things that I purchased for Saray Bailey Designs that I need to track for tax purposes, or any receipts that I want to hold on to if I'm not sure of an item. So this one is also going to be available in the shop. So this is a clear zippered pocket, which has receipts over here, and I love it. It's very sturdy, very good quality. And then this one over here with cha-ching, it's meant for any loose change before I get home. Once I get home, I can take it out and then just put it in my change jar. And then this one is for coupons, and there will be another one as well for gift cards. I just don't have it with me, but I keep this one for any coupons that I have, and those will be available too. And then I do need to update these two cash envelopes. This is another format that I had, so I'm gonna be updating these two, one for bank deposit, and those will be available too. And this one I like for stamps. I keep stamps or any sort of mailing supplies in here if I'm doing bills on the go. And then in the back, I do have another page lifter, and then here I have my vaccination card, and there's a pocket over here as well, so you can use it to store other things or little stickers or whatever you would like. I love this whole setup, and I'm super excited about that. But in addition to the pink version, there's going to be a black version too, with the same sort of initials. This one comes in white, and then same setup for the binder. And I love, like, you can fold it and it just lays flat. And then we have my cash breakdown on both sides for sinking funds and envelopes. And then these are just some sample envelopes that I put together for this binder, but you can see that it's just, you know, sort of like the neutral black and white. This one is a treat yourself envelope. I didn't have that in my system because I went with the cha-ching, but either treat yourself or cha-ching you can use for coins, for instance. And I came up with this one because sometimes if I have like a few extra coins laying around, I might treat myself to, I don't know, like an ice cream or something like that. So I came up with this one. And then receipts, same, cha-ching, the other one, and then coupons, and then I have to print one out for gift cards, but that option will be available as well. So those are the two that I have for now. I'm really excited to add some additional things to the shop when it comes to budgeting, organization, and things like that. But I'm super excited about this. Let me know what you guys think, or if you have any other recommendations or suggestions that I should be keeping in mind, let me know. Okay, so let's get started with the mid-month budget check-in. So the first thing I'm going to do is to make sure that I have the right amounts left over in my cash envelopes. I'm going to start with dining out. I should have $13, 10, 11, 12, 13, which I do. And we're a little bit past mid-month for January, which is good because I don't have a ton of money left. So then we have miscellaneous, and I should also have 13. No, I think I spent some money. I forgot to log something on 114. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have $5 left. So I must have spent $7. $8. I can't do math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I spent $7 on something. Oh, I remember what it was. Yep. It was a little treat. And often I get asked like what kind of things I put in miscellaneous. These are just things that don't necessarily fit in any other category. Like if I see some random gadget or something that I want, I could use it out of that. And then this next one is personal care, which I should have 80, 20, 40, 60, 5, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have $80. So that's good. And then this one, groceries. Now this one, don't let the balance here fool you. I've been spending a little bit more on groceries, and the reason for that is because we needed more items for the house, like cleaning supplies. So I'm actually in the negative when it comes to groceries because I did order some stuff online. So all of this balance has to go to the bank. So I have 50, 20, 10, 5, 6. So I have $91, and all of this is going to the bank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paper clip. Oh no, I don't have a paper clip. This funds has to go to the bank along with this balance of $7. So I'll just put this here. So that means that next pay period, when I go to the bank, I will deposit this amount. So that is that. So with groceries, I am negative $41. So I will, I'll figure that out once I close out the budget at the end. I may have underspent in some other categories, so it doesn't, as long as it comes out within the overall budget, that's good. But it's always good to kind of keep track of how much I'm spending in the category so that I can budget for the next month. Okay, so the next step will be to just go through the transactions and try to get an idea of how much I have spent in each category. Anything that has a little dollar sign over here, it means that I used my debit card instead of cash, and because of whatever reason, maybe I didn't have my my wallet with me, and that means that it has already been accounted for in the cash envelope, so I don't have to count it from this total. So for my totals, I can just look at the cash envelopes for that. So I'm gonna go through my transactions, color code whatever is needed, and then determine how much I've spent so far in these transactions or these categories. All right, so I've went ahead and gone through all of the transactions that I had listed, and most of the transactions were actually things related to Saray Bailey, the business. So because I use mostly cash for all of my other discretionary variable expenses, so I have the totals here, and what I've done is I've written down if there is a difference. So this is really important. I think I talked about this in the last budget video. You want to not just write down what you're planning on spending, but you also want to write down how you're comparing against those targets that you set for yourself. So a couple of things that were completely a surprise this month, and I definitely learned a lesson, was both our electric and our home gas. So I wasn't as surprised for the electric because I had budgeted $180, but turns out we spent a lot more on electric, and the bill came out to be $252. So that puts me in the negative by $72. So definitely overspending there. The biggest surprise this month was our home gas, and when the bill came due, or when I looked it up to see how much we were going to be spending this month for the previous month, I was shocked. It was $223, and I was expecting $90 because the previous months we had spent under $80 or under $90. So I was shocked. So I started to do a little bit of research, and turns out that our town, the utility company that we use, did announce that they were going to be raising prices by between, 50 and 70 something percent. So that's where that big difference comes from. And I had no idea that was in the works. And I was a little bit shocked. And I already saw the bill for our electric for next month, and it's going to be even higher. So we're going to have to do some shuffling around for next month because that was pretty shocking. So lesson learned, stay on top of your utility announcements and the price cost, and let me know, have utilities gone up for you this drastically, like up to 77%? I think that's the number that I saw, which I think it's unbelievable, because I mean, I just keep thinking of people that are living on fixed incomes. To have your utilities go up by that much, I mean, $133 difference, that's real money. So that was pretty surprising to me. So I know right off the bat that this budget is gonna go over because of that. Then the other thing that I've done is I kind of calculated how much I've spent on my other variable categories. So groceries, I'm over by $41. Dining out, we're under by $13. Everything else has been checked out because these are money that I've set aside for my low priority sinking funds, and I haven't really spent any money there. Or actually I did spend some money on household, but I've been tracking it over there, so but it's still within budget, so it's not over. I only track it if it's over. And the other thing, miscellaneous, I've only have spent $25, so I have $5 left. So the rest of the month is looking pretty tight, so we have to get pretty creative. I went grocery shopping recently, so we don't need a ton. So hopefully we can make do with what we have. And if we do need to, maybe we don't go over that much. And that was going to be my other point. So when you are budgeting, the budget that you have is very different than the transactions of what you have on your checking account. So those are two separate things to track. So this is where I budget, or I estimate how much I'm going to be spending. And then on the other pages where you saw the transactions in the back, it's where I keep my running totals based on what I have on my checking account. And I don't spend based on what I have on my checking account. I spend based on my projections. This is the numbers that I want to stick to, because typically I have more in my checking account than what I'm projecting, because obviously income is varied, and I leave a little bit of a cushion in there as well for any online purchases or things like that. So just think of your projections and your tracking as two totally separate things, but then at the end of the month or mid-month, you kind of bring them together. So you do your projections, then you list everything, and then you figure out how much you actually spent against those targeted amounts. And it's always good to do this sort of like mid-month check-in, because that way, if you don't wait until the end of the month to figure out, oh, did I really go over? Maybe you can start making adjustments early on. So I know that, for example, we went over on groceries. We are already projecting to be over because of these utility bills. So what can I do to adjust? So you kind of you figure out what you need to adjust, so that even if there is going to be some overages, it's not that big, because you were aware of what was going on with your budget early on and throughout with these constant check-ins. The other thing that I wanted to update is my goals, financial goals this month. Some of them were listing the bar stools that we have for sale, which I have done. I haven't sold them yet, but they are up, and also some yellow dining room chairs. I've listed those as well. So now it's just a waiting game to figure out, if we can sell those before I decide to give them to donations. So if you have anything that's in pretty good condition that could be used and loved by another home, definitely recommend listing them for sale first. See if you can get some of your money back. And then if you can't, then determine if it would be a good fit for donations or gifting to friends or family, but always try to sell it first. So the last thing I'm going to do is just to carry over the balances that I have for my high priority sinking funds and also my low priority sinking funds. And I don't have to count the money because I already keep track of them here. So I have, for car insurance, I have $120. For taxes, I have $840. Home insurance, $160. Prime, I have $20. Property taxes, I have $720. Art list, I have $40. For WordPress, I have $40. And for car registration, I have $80. I will use another one of these headers for my other sinking funds, just so that I can divide it. And we'll see how this works. So yeah, I think that's good. So these are my low priority sinking funds. So I have entertainment, and I have a total of 80. And the monthly ad will be 40 for each pay period. I have planning, this one is 2020, and I have a total of 40. I have household, and then I have it would be 40 because it will be 80 total. So I'll do 80, and then after I added the 80, I spent $20, so I have the balance right here. So I'll just update that for next month. Then I have for gifts, that would be 20, and the monthly total is 40. Christmas, I'll add next month, although given the utility bills, not looking very good. Hair and nails, I'll figure that one out. I think I might have to change that one. Dental, I'll add next month. Personal training next month. Clothing. And this one is 20. I have 40. And then makeup. I have 20, 40. And medical, I'll add next month. So, all right, cool. So I already added both of these for both pay periods. These would be added at the same time as I add my high priority, so I can check these off and start preparing for next month's budget. And this is why I love the erasable pen, especially for budgeting, because those numbers that I listed on the overview page will change, like at the end of these blue numbers. Some of these won't, like these are already happened, but like groceries or dining out, if anything changes or miscellaneous, I'll go ahead and erase it and just update it for the months. So all right, cool. And then the next binder that I have is just my savings, my cash envelope savings challenges. Obviously I'll address that at the end of the month when I figure out if there's anything left from the cash envelope, so I can add to my challenges. So there you have it, you guys. Here is my full budget check-in mid-month. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below. Thank you so much for joining me today for another budget video. And as always, friends, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.